In light of my Oshi's imminent graduation, I'm gonna draw her as a magical girl. So the first thing I did was design the magical girl outfit. To be honest, I'm not very good at doing this step digitally. I find I'm much better and faster at sketching on paper. But I don't have a way to record myself drawing on paper, and I want to get better at sketching digitally anyway. I made a list of fauna-related qualities that I could think of to the side, but admittedly I didn't explore it as much as I probably should have. I mostly just stuck to what I like to draw, which currently is Lolita fashion and stuff like that. Actually, this is a pretty recent development in my drawing interests, so I can't help but wonder how I would have approached this concept even just a year ago. I originally planned to draw a full-body image of the final character design, like the professionals do, but I decided to skip it out of concern that I wouldn't have enough time to finish the main illustration before Fauna's graduation. Which, in hindsight, I definitely made the right call. On to the main illustration. This time I did do a paper sketch first. I didn't have a clear mental image of what I wanted, and I wasn't sure if I had the time to figure it out digitally. The pose changed quite a bit in the interim because I didn't think the JoJo looking pose was a good match for Fauna or the magical girl theme, but I do think the paper sketch helped me get to that point faster than I would have done otherwise. Speaking of which, I know the pose I settled on is kinda generic, but I didn't have the time or skill really to make an actual scene with like a background and VFX and all that stuff. That'll be a challenge for another day. Probably. This part here is my comfort zone. I know some artists hate doing line art. Not me. I could do line art for days. Sometimes I get a bit too lost in the sauce. I often have to remind myself that line art doesn't have to be perfectly clean, especially in areas of the drawing that aren't focal points. color rendering is far and away my biggest weakness when it comes to digital art. I just can't seem to get my head around it. But it's not for lack of trying. I basically brute forced the rendering for this illustration over an embarrassingly long amount of time. The most unexpected roadblock I ran into was drawing Fauna's hair. I don't know why this was so hard for me. I would not consider myself bad at drawing hair, but I was fighting for my life here. I can't tell you how close I got to just throwing in the towel and giving her basic straight hair. I think her hair ended up a bit shorter than I meant for it to be. It's kind of given Maid Mint. Is that just me? But listen, I'm just glad I managed to figure something out. But I'm glad I left Fauna's hair as one of the last things to do, because I don't think the shading would have come out quite as nicely had I done it earlier. And here's the finished illustration. This took me over 30 hours to make, 35 if you count the outfit design phase. If there's one thing I'd like to get better at, it's speed. Thanks for watching. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.